Is it they've got spin-off Harry Potter shows?
Yeah, you've got Snogwarts, Hogwarts.
Bogwarts. It's just Dobby on the toilet for 20 minutes.
My brother's wife passed away recently from cancer about 8 weeks ago.
Big
it's
out
not
for you.
funny. Someone mentions his wife, even just her name, and he begins to sob.
Subwards.
Sob.
We didn't invite you because your wife's dead. If you didn't know.
Drowned in the tubby custard.
On Fishy Friday.
It's always chocolate crunch on the Friday.
If this is a real Reddit post, we are sick.
I don't care. Hello, fart sniffers.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of... I've genuinely got no idea what we're speaking about in this episode because we planned for an episode, but I didn't plan for a second episode. I've got things there, but I don't know if we're actually going to speak about them.
We're freestyling. I'm going to do a little joke to kickstart things.
Go on, bring it out, mate. Bring it out.
Fraser, did you know my dog's a genius?
No, I did not know that, Aidan.
I asked him what 2 minus 2 was.
Yeah.
He said nothing.
Why did he say nothing? Is it... What?
I asked my dog what 2 minus 2 was.
Yeah.
He said nothing.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome back, everybody, to another episode. That was. I get what you're saying. I get the joke. It's just.
What do you think?
Well, mate, I will say we should go on a live tour. I think. Can you imagine if we actually went on a live tour? I saw Happy Hour went on it, and I feel like if we went on a live show, we'd stop 20 minutes through because my head, I got a headache, needed a wee, and then everybody would probably boo us and throw tomatoes.
You just start doing laps of the arena.
I don't do laps. Ever since you said it, I'm kind of like insecure about walking around my own flat.
Fraser
now.
Loves doing laps of his flat for no reason.
It's because I forget things. Like I'll go into another room about, I forgot to do that and I forgot to do this. Look, we know at this point that I've got early set dementia, but like, just give me a few years.
You know when you walk into different rooms and you forget why you've got in that room? Do you do that often?
Yeah, I do. Don't tell me that I've got some rare disease or something.
No, I'm just creating conversation.
Fair enough. Should we speak about? We could speak about the lawsuit with Paul Breach.
You love speaking about a lawsuit.
Yeah, I do, because obviously we had Onici on. We also got a lawsuit threat which we've never spoken about before. Yeah. We could actually go into that in a bit.
And I like Paul Breach.
Susan? No, you do.
I like Paul Breach. I think you're a cool guy. You're my ba.
We make the wrong people famous in this world. It's quite actually messed up how popular this man has become.
It would be crap if we just started speaking about really good people all the time, because it's just boring, isn't it?
It's like a legal circus, like a legal. Is it a circus show? Is that what we call it? Freak show. That's what it is.
Clown show.
No, it's a freak show.
But
Paul Breach.
Freak's quite an offensive term.
Mate, I do not care. You cannot look at that man and tell me that he's not a bit of a freak.
Well, mate, looking at your dogs.
Leave my little pinkies alone.
Your tootsies are rough.
Yeah, they are. They're not looking good right now. But yeah, so with everything that's been happening with this,
do you want me to file your nails for you?
Do you want to give me a little kiss? Don't do that, you little gay freak. Yeah, so Paul, who is definitely not a gay freak because that man is obsessed with lots of teenagers, he has been clapping back. I heard also he's been clapping cheeks. I shouldn't say that. I've been like complaining. I was like, not enough people are taking this issue seriously, and here I am saying stupid stuff like that.
Yeah, you're a silly man.
But basically, can I finally get there? He has responded by attempting to threaten somebody, some bald guy, some bald ginger bloke. Don't know who he is, but he made a TikTok being like,
it was iNabber before the hair transplant.
Mate, shut up. It was actually my dad. Yeah, my dad had the stroke, and Paul Breach he wanted to finish him off. He sent him a defamation lawsuit. Doesn't even know who he is.
Stroke, shot eye. No, it doesn't work.
Doesn't work, does it? It's also
like your dad's left arm, mate.
That's deeply offensive, mate. Big up, father.
Big up, daddy.
Shut up.
That's fine, because that's what you call him, because you're related to him.
That is true, but
and that's what I call him, because I love making love to him.
I'm gonna slap you in the face. Oh my god! Can I get into this? Yeah. So Paul is suing somebody. Yeah. Apparently. Well, I actually don't know if this is him, but the person got an email. He's made a lot of videos about Paul. You stop looking at me. I can't take you serious right now. He got an email and he was like, oh.
Just get on with it. Just get on with it.
You are disgraceful.
Just get on with it.
So Paul again is suing somebody because bald guy who's also so happens to be ginger said he got an email.
How does that work if he's bald?
I don't know, mate. He's got a ginger beard, maybe. You ever think about these things? You
like
don't use your brain.
Dyche.
Yeah, like Sean Dyche. Sean Dyche is being sued by Snapshot Eye. And I want to read you the email. Now, this isn't definitely, I can't legally say this is definitely confirmed him, but based on what he said in the video,
suing him for?
It says, I am writing...
Is it defamation?
Yes. It goes,
everyone loves suing for defamation.
It's because usually defamation cases can't actually go anywhere, but it's a bit of a scary thing, isn't it? It's like, oh, I might lose a lot of money for this.
Yeah.
My dad's going to sue you after this. The amount of times you've joked about his left leg not working. Worst part is, I don't even think it is working currently. But yeah, he goes, I am right. It
wasn't after last night, mate.
You're not ashamed of yourself.
You're the one that put 2 and 2 together, mate.
You apologise.
You have no idea what happened last night.
Apologise to the viewers right now. and secondly, apologise to my bald dad. And mate, bald people are being oppressed. We've got a bald person being sued, and now we've got my dad, who not only has had a stroke, but he's also being like bested over a podcast by you in every episode. This is messed up. He didn't ask for this.
I'm sorry, Fraser's dad. I know I can perform a lot better.
You went round that man's house when he was on holiday, and I was looking after the house. Were you there that night?
Yeah, I was. Because I remember I woke up and you were fitting or something.
What is with my family and having fits?
You started shouting at Burwood because he couldn't find the mixing bowl to get you to throw up in.
I had a fit. Yeah, and it wasn't fun because I smashed my head against the sink. Okay, can I get into this lawsuit? He goes, I am writing in relation to posts that you have made online in connection with myself. A small sample of the post to illustrate the nature of the post are included in Schedule 1. Please note that this is an exhaustive list. Whilst we are relying on various posts made online, our complaint relates to the following videos in particular. The continuous videos about me and what you claim I may/may not have done. I love that he's just not even denying it. He's like, I might have done it. And he goes, this is affecting me, my family and friends.
That's a lot of people. Paul Breach and all of his friends.
He goes, then it gets better. He goes, the post allege, I am, such could possibly be showing signs of growing, insinuating I could be a offender and suggesting that my online behaviour could be manipulation and narcissism. I don't think it's necessarily slander to say somebody's manipulative, to be honest with you.
Now, you can call someone narcissistic and that's fine. You can call anyone that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure legally
it's just the fact
that's fine.
It's just the fact that he doesn't deny it. It's like, yeah, I could have been doing the... But we don't know. He goes, these suggestions are false. We have proof that the post contains serious, untrue, and what I believe to be defamatory comments towards myself. It's not even serious in what it's saying here. It's like, I believe that it could be fake.
When I think of Paul Breach, I always just think of him in Pop World, just on his own, drinking like a pound of pop or something.
It's just like a really, really sad thought that there's this poor Snapshot Eye, 42-year-old man, sat like sober as day in the middle of Rock City, Nottingham. But the big point I want to bring up here is that...
Fine, we'll take it seriously.
Yeah, this email, it's just a template from rocketlawyer.com.
Rocketlawyer.com.
Yeah, look at this. So you just get little templates up, and Paul has just filled it in and just sent it himself.
Paul's filled out an online
It's
sheet.
like if you've gone onto Microsoft Word and gotten like a little template and just.
So it's a bit like when people go on like CV builders.
Yeah, pretty much. Like it's nothing really official, but to be fair, people are saying it's true. I don't know if 100% is, but I really wouldn't be surprised. But I just like the idea of Paul Breach going to court and the judge calls him to speak and he turns and just goes.
If you could sue anyone for defamation, who would you sue?
I honestly, I don't know. That's a really good question.
I think you should sue J.K. Rowling because there's clearly, she's clearly defaming your image when she wrote Ron Weasley because you're both little ginger freak boys.
What the? How have we brought up J.K. Rowling? This is 2 out of 3 of our last episodes about J.K. Rowling.
I just wanted to call you Ron Weasley, but I didn't know how to.
You are one horrible bastard.
I'll actually speak because
I know what I'd sue. I'd sue Dumbledore. Mate, that man, as I have said multiple times, has not only enslaved Hagrid the giant, but he's also enslaved Filch and his
stinky old shit cat.
just got like poo stains all over it and stinky fur.
What was I gonna say?
What were you gonna? I'm suing Dumbledore, basically.
You're suing Dumbledore.
Yeah, because he needs to stop employing people who can just use magic to do all the tasks.
Oh, I said a joke earlier.
Yeah.
Well, I've got another joke.
Go on.
Right.
I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, I've got to pick up my son from Hogwarts and drop him back at my gaff before I come out. I've just got to Ron Weasley home.
What is your obsession with Ron Weasley on this podcast, you dirty little freak? Leave him alone, all right? He's been through enough. His family are not only poor, but his mum's just stupid, and his dad works in Muggle studies. Do you know how sad that is? He's in the wizarding world, and his dad works in Muggle studies.
Mate, he is a dirty little skank, and I want nothing to do with it.
As we've gone back into Harry Potter.
Mate, he has some serious poo breath.
Okay. Do you think Paul Breach would be allowed around the Weasley household?
Absolutely not, because he's definitely
both. I gotta cut that.
He's a Hufflepuff, and they're all filled with absolute little freak boys, aren't they?
No, they're not, mate. It's like so Hufflepuffs are fucking. Can you imagine if like you finally go to Hogwarts after all the years of waiting and you get put in fucking Hufflepuff? Like that'd be such a sad thing. If Hogwarts was real and I had a kid and they ended up in Hufflepuff, that's when that just give him a smack. I can't say.
If they stuck a sorting hat on you, mate, the guy would go.
You having a fit? Spit it out. Go on, spit it out.
It'd go, ooh, fatty bum bum.
And that actually sounds like something Paul would say.
Fatty bum bum.
He gets this. Paul gets into Hogwarts. He puts the sorting hat on.
Well, that just goes nonce.
No, he puts the sorting hat on, and he just starts doing the fucking robot in front of the whole class. And the hat just fucking combusts. If he's had enough, Hogwarts shuts down. They've allowed a into the institution.
Paul Breach's Chamber of Secrets.
Paul Breach is the monster that lies within.
Can you crack your knuckles?
Why? Where has that come from?
I was just wondering, because I need to crack mine. I don't know if you can do yours.
No, I can't, to be honest with you.
Do you not? Do you want to see this?
Go on.
Carry on.
Yeah, should we continue? We talk about lawsuits. So
yeah, he filled out a template, didn't he?
I was just kind of hoping it would go on to something stupid like it just did, to be honest with you. All I can really say is another day.
Another $1.
Another $1. Shut up, mate. So, in the wizarding world, we're taking it back.
It makes no sense, because every time we've recorded and spoke about Harry Potter, it never gets put out.
Yeah, we've done two. I think we've done 2 recordings where the Harry Potter recording should be out by the time this comes out.
It's gonna come out.
I do like the idea that somebody is once again coming for a serious take on Paul Breach, and they have heard us just rant about.
But if you see me in any thumbnail, you're not getting a proper opinion.
Would the sorting hat actually call him a nonce? That's the genuine question here.
No, I think the sorting hat would probably kill it.
That's the fucking final straw, mate. It had Ron Weasley come in, stunk of beer. Here's a you ginger little prick.
Mate, you can put the sorted hat on Ron, and he just starts fucking screaming like, "Get off me!"
oh my god! It's just the fact that not only are they like such loser family in that world, but they've also on top of that, they name one of their kids Percy. It's just like
yeah, that's the name of the not the name of the green geezer from Thomas the Tank Engine.
No, it's the name of the. Oh yeah.
Have you seen the deleted scene in Harry Potter where they put the sorting hat on Professor McGonagall and the sorting hat gets the biggest stonk on you've ever seen? So they had to cut that bit out.
Can the sorting hat get a stonk on?
Yeah.
Is that a real possibility?
Pops out of the little.
Oh, the money! I've got. I don't even speak. He goes, "Wow, I've got a hard on."
No, mate, he doesn't say I've got a hard on. He puts the sorted out and gets a job on Professor McGonagall and goes, "MILF."
So he's gone nonce when he's got Paul. He's gone ginger freak and started screaming when he's got Ron, and he's just screamed MILF with McGonagall.
Yeah.
What would he do? What if there was another individual who we know we could say he gets coronated by the sorting hat? Who are we going to go for a final one here?
Coronated. I'm Alex. Who's getting the sorting hat?
No, the sorting hat would nuke itself at that point. It does not want that man in Hogwarts.
What would it say?
Fuck off. Get the fuck out my castle, sunshine. It's a rare. It's like when you get a shiny in Pokemon. It's like 1 in 4,000, but sometimes it happens. Sometimes he'll get a pupil and just but mate, please get fucked.
Get out.
And if it happens, you are like entitled to a slap in the face by Dumbledore.
I was actually thinking of making a raunchy Harry Potter spin-off.
Why would you do that?
Because I've got a great name for it. Basically, what would happen is, it's very, very teens, by the way. You know the show Love Island?
Yeah.
It's basically that, but it's set in Hogwarts, and they're all dressed as wizards, and it's called Snogwarts.
you are chronically unfunny.
No, but they're not like good-looking people on there. They are proper like dirty. Trumpy just seems offensive as a word.
It does seem quite classist.
I don't mean that. Or they don't have to be poor.
We'll just say they're like they're not real people, so they're skanky. They're just as skanky as the
just
Weasleys.
Skanky, and they've got loads of verrucas all over them. It's called
on their forehead,
on their face, all on their fingers. That's why it's called Snogwarts.
Well, how do you win Snogwarts?
To win Snogwarts.
Wait. You know how you got like the host? They're like they're all glammed up and they walk out to present the show and stuff.
Yeah.
You've got Filch, but they've made him look even worse than this. He's not even wearing clothes. So he's just wearing a dress, like a ripped up dressing gown.
They have to do the most erotic wizarding and sexy duel of all time.
Does that even entail?
Don't know.
A sexy duel.
Well, what I don't like about Snogwarts is after it,
you
get the show about the intellectual pigs, called Hogwarts.
This is what happens when the funding of Hogwarts just they couldn't afford to run the show anymore, so they had to start really thinking outside the box. So Dumbledore he hired an entire team of camera production people, and it's like when you've got your bangers and mash, you sit down, you turn on the Chase at 5 p.m. This is the equivalent of that in the wizarding world. And
I go, well, we've got loads of funding for a lot of Harry Potter spin-off shows. We better ask Aidan along.
Wait, so they've got spin-off Harry Potter shows in the Hogwarts world? Yeah,
you've got Snogwarts, Hogwarts. You've got the show about
you've got Bogwarts. It's just Dobby on the toilet for 20 minutes.
You got the show about the drug-fueled amphibians called Frog Snorts.
Oh, and then you've got Ron can let out all the.
You got the dirty show that Dobby did, where he sticks a camera in the toilet and pervs on people, and that's called Bogwarts. Bogwarts. Yeah, Norts is another word for a bumhole.
It's just like 60 minutes of Dobby being a sexual deviant.
And it's him, and then, it's him in the sorting hat, and then just bashing one out in the spare room.
Only on this podcast because we invent the idea that the sorting hat could bash one out.
He gets Dobby to whack his little hat.
No, I can't. What the when he finishes, it just fucking explodes.
Jizz everywhere.
No, mate. It's like an actual TNT explosion. Dobby fucking blows up the astronomy tower with the saw in her. Oh, Jesus Christ. Where is this still about Paul Breach?
No, I said Bogwarts and everything else. What else do you want to talk about?
I did have Reddit stuff. We could like r/am I the arsehole.
Yeah,
let's
do that.
You want to do some r/am I the arsehole?
Yeah.
I found some pretty decent ones. Nothing like too silly. I think like some.
Are they long-winded? Have you got some?
They're not too long.
Should we read one out each?
Yeah.
We got loads of time.
Nice. It goes r/am I the arsehole for making my girlfriend leave the country. This is my first time posting on Reddit. Firstly, that's your first mistake. You've been on Reddit. So forgive any errors or of the format. I don't care about that. I, 28 male, have been dating my girlfriend, 27 female, for 5 years. We met it... What?
A bit ropey.
How's that ropey? 27 and 28?
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? You just want to say something silly, don't you?
I'm just here to cause trouble.
It goes, we met in college when she was an international student. She started working after graduating while I am currently doing a master's. Her company was sponsoring her visa until they got bought out and she got laid off. She was given a limited time to find a new employer to sponsor her new visa, and it was really stressing her out. She was applying to jobs every day and did a lot of interviews, but unfortunately wasn't able to get an offer. She really wanted to stay since she loves the place, and I would still be here in the country. Whilst I was out, a buddy suggested that I sponsor her visa since we've been in a relationship for quite some time. I love her, and I didn't want to see her so stressed out, so I told her about the idea. She was hesitant at first. She said she didn't want me to think that she was with me so she could get a permanent residentship or citizenship to the country. I wanted her to stay, and I wanted to do it. I mean, right now, it seems like a decent bloke.
I think it's quite standard.
It's
quite standard
and he goes, we consulted the immigration consultant and decided to do the paperwork on our own. She was the one who mostly looked into the stuff to prepare. She still applied for jobs, but as not as urgently as she used to. It took a while since we never really had anything joint. We lived together and just split the bills on our own. She had enough saved up for everything to be okay. I had to fill out some paperwork to be her sponsor, and I started to feel uneasy about it. I did want her to stay, but it felt like it was too much. Eventually, she was done with her part and all that left was mine. I finally told her that I didn't want to go through... What? That's a bit of a change.
Changed your tune, son, didn't you?
She was very upset and she asked why. I told her that I suggested the idea because I didn't want to see her be stressed out at the time, and then I eventually realised that I shouldn't have to be responsible for her. But it's just, now you just seem like a bit of a bellend at that point.
I think you need to think about it.
Would you sponsor me for a visa?
Absolutely not, mate. I'd do the opposite.
I didn't expect this to go into migration policy. He goes, we had a long talk where I told her that I still want to be in a relationship with her, but I didn't want to force to be responsible for her. She said she felt very hurt by what I said. Things changed and she didn't really talk to me after. She kept applying for jobs and attending interviews, but eventually her visa expired. Before she left, I told her that I love her and I really want her to come back. However, she told me she sees me differently. This just sounds like you're a complete dick.
Yeah, this guy's flip-flopping more than a Gandhi on the Gobi Desert.
What does that even mean?
Gandhi wears flip-flops, doesn't he?
He goes, it's been a week since she's left. I miss her cooking, her presence, and being able to spend... It kind of just sounds like this bloke just needs a mum or something. This doesn't seem like a relationship.
He needs to get over it. I think what he's done here is he has proposed something quite epic proportions.
But to be fair, I do actually think that, sponsoring somebody for a visa is a pretty big deal. You know, I think that involves some pretty significant responsibilities.
I think to some people that wouldn't be a big deal, but if you're that emotionally connected to him, and then you just go back on your word.
Can you imagine that, mate? But he's been like, I want you to stay, I love you, but I'm sending you back to your own country. It's kind of messed up in a way.
Yeah.
Can I do the next one?
Yeah.
Okay, it goes. Am I the arsehole for not wanting my husband to go to his ex's funeral? Honestly, I don't even think I need the explanation for that. I'll admit, I'm biased right off the bat. I couldn't stand her. I call her his ex to myself and others. He called her his friend.
Glad they're dead.
You imagine she has that. She's like, and also, I'm glad she got him. I've been with him 10 years now, but he's known her for 20 plus. The way he tells it, they were friends in college, decided to date, got married. Oh, gee, that's even more like a reason to go, right?
I'd tell him to get
Would I be invited to your funeral?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I don't know how it works. Who arranges my funeral?
I think it's your family, but can you imagine, right, to really fuck with somebody on like your last act is just to put in your will, oh yeah, this one specific person isn't allowed to my funeral. Like no reason whatsoever, but like you just wanted them to think because they can't get an answer for the rest of their life. What did I do to not be allowed to go there? I think I would do that. A couple months into dating, it came up that his friend was actually his ex-wife. He explained the above to me. Okay, if he's kept that from her, that is a bit weird, to be fair.
Yeah, that is very strange. These people are completely unhinged.
These don't sound like a married couple. You should not. You should just break up.
I almost think stuff like this, people have just written up just to get some free Reddit karma.
Yeah, this has 23,000 likes as well.
Does it? Yeah, because if like these things happen in real life, you don't go on Twitter.
Well, it's like when you see some crazy Reddit posts like TikTok. I just know it's not true. It's like I shot my granddad. Am I the arsehole? Yeah. He goes, he had to cry for a couple of days. He gets to be done with her mourning already. There's no need for him to go to the funeral since I wouldn't want her at his. He was the angriest I've ever seen him when I said that, replying, he'll be going no matter how I feel and that he's willing to burn this to the grab. This isn't real. This is
good on the fictional lad.
This is like when the Reddit stories just like kind of ruin it. It's like we know this is not
mate.
real.
There is more truth in
this is like
in the Hogwarts program than there is in this story.
Mate, respect Hogwarts. That is a piece of British culture, and you need to respect
national treasure. That is.
Dumbledore just sacrificed all he had to make that show.
I'm really pissed off because what if that show actually gets made now? Because someone watches this.
I don't think J.K. Rowling's really going to be making Hogwarts.
Hogwarts is basically J.K. Rowling's Twitter anyway.
If she wanted to recover her branding, she just need to make Bogwarts.
Mate, me when I invent sliced bread. Pogwarts.
Shut up. He goes, him, her husband, and my sisters are calling me an insensitive arsehole over this, all saying that there was no romantic aspect to their relationship and that I'm heartless, and her husband saying that I'm a ghoul for how it reacted. I never felt their relationship was appropriate, and I had that for years because I wanted to be with my husband. Now she's gone, I don't feel like I should have to hide it anymore. Am I the arsehole for wanting him to be done with her and not attend the funeral? You're a dick if this is real. Like, there's no other way about it.
You're being very selfish.
And to make it up for him, go give him some slop.
you owe him one
and one trip to a live audience viewing of Hogwarts. Wait. I think I found an actual good one here. Am I the arsehole for giving my girlfriend's cat away? This is what you're going to do to my dog after like our next recording. My girlfriend...
Wait. Before I get into it, yes. That cat could be like the worst cat of all time.
But what if it's like Filcher's cat? That is one stinking cat.
Yeah, it could
That's
be...
when he's got poo on his fur, man.
Yeah, mate.
It's got permanent state of fleas.
It could have like really pooey breath. It could...
No, I've got poo breath.
Mate, it could have worms. It could, I don't know...
Mate, come on, you're going a bit far now. If it's that fucked up, put that cunt down.
It could be racist. It could be.
No, it couldn't.
You can't get rid of the racist cat because it's not your cat to give away.
It's fucking J.K. Rowling's cat.
I got a good story about cats actually.
What, are we going into a stupid cat story before we do this?
Basically, my dad's got two cats.
Yeah.
One's called Jet and one's called Josie.
Yeah.
And I asked him the other week. I went, "Oh, how's Josie getting on? She hasn't been mentioned in a while." And my dad went, "Oh, did you not hear the other week she was found dead in a garage?" So
I love that your dad's acting like it's on BBC News. Breaking news: Aidan's cat's dead. Rest in peace, my G.
Mate, if I saw my dad on the news,
there would be a multitude of reasons for why your dad would be on the news.
Just won a local bowls competition.
Your dad took a bowl to the head. Alright, let's continue. I'm only asked for giving my my girlfriend's cat away. My girlfriend and I have now been together since we were 13. We're 20 now. Well, that's going to end soon. And she's had a cat for the duration of our relationship. I'm going to go ahead now and say I don't care for cats since I'm allergic to them, and hers was no exception. Everyone who writes these sounds like a psycho. I'm not really an animal person in general, but if I were to get one, it wouldn't be a cat. They're disgusting and creep me out. My girlfriend and I moved in together at 18, and I was always under the impression that she would leave the cat with her parents, and since she knew how much I didn't like them. Long story short, the cat came with her, and whilst I wasn't thrilled about it, I allowed her to stay, and under the conditions that it wouldn't sleep in our bed, and wouldn't sit on the furniture, and it wouldn't go in the office space.
Where can the cat go?
In the bin, clearly. Mate.
In the freezer, like.
That's the main plot here. He just shoved it in the freezer and was like, 4 hours later, found out cats can't survive in freezers.
This is literally like Dwight Schrute, isn't it?
Yeah. So she goes,
like you, mate.
Yeah, that's not very nice. Over the course of 2 years, I would come home from work and my girlfriend would be chilling on the couch with the cat like I'd asked her not to. I got ready to climb into bed and there would be cat hairs on the sheet, so I knew she let it into the bedroom. Not to mention, she has what I feel like it is an unhealthy obsession with this thing. She constantly talks about it and it drives me up the wall. For a while, I just slept in the office so I wouldn't have to deal with an itchy face and puffy eyeballs. With us being stuck at home now, it's even harder for me to have my own space. The straw that broke the camel's back was when I went home and found a cat sitting in the window. It literally in the window. It's managed to merge.
It's managed to do that.
It's like sellotape itself on with its like claw up like that. The cat's become like fully sentient. I've asked time and time again to keep this cat out of my space, and I feel like she deliberately disrespects my wishes. So I found a walk-in surrender shower today and dropped the cat off. I haven't told my girlfriend, and being that it's an indoor/outdoor cat, I hope she thinks that it just ran away. I love my girlfriend, but this cat was legitimately our only source of you should f***ing kill.
Also, the cat stole my lasagna and ate it all the time. It famously hates Mondays. And also, the cat is called Garfield.
And I've also there's like a post 6 months later made of where he's run into another animal problem because the girlfriend in her morning adopted some animals to kind of cover over the faults, and he's got this problem of where there are these 3 chipmunks that just won't stop singing music. They've got really annoying loud-speaking voices, and across the road there are these 3 other chipmunks with wigs.
Do you remember when people use schools with Bluetooth Alvin and the Chipmunk
mate, you got like Mr. Beast getting hundreds of million views in like 2023. Back in like 2010, it was Alvin the Chipmunks over Eminem. Love the way you lie. There's nothing really sad for them, mate. I think you're an actual cat murderer, pretty much. You are a terrible person.
Just everything about that is wrong. And I've got a hole in my socksies.
You sick boy.
I've got a cat actually called Socks.
How is he?
Absolute dickhead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You take it to a shower.
If you well, it's my girlfriend's family's cat, I guess. But every time they get food out, it's all over. So I can understand why you don't like cats, but you can't be giving them away. Let me do the next post. Am I the asshole for not letting my boyfriend go on the new primetime TV show Hogwarts?
Shut up! I was confused for a second. I was like, what?
Do you want me to do this one then?
Yeah, go on. Spit it out.
Am I the asshole for uninviting my recently widowed brother to a family event?
What? She invited him to it?
But uninviting.
Oh, I mean, that's a pretty nasty thing to do, to be fair.
If the reason's because he's a sad boy, fair enough, and you don't want someone dragging the vibe down.
Mate, he was recently widowed. Yeah. His wife could have been killed by like Dobby or something.
Well, it says here that
giving out my Harry Potter references.
It says here that he had a cocaine addiction and she was a toad, and she was featured a lot on the primetime TV show Frog Snorts.
if this is a clip, like people that just want Reddit content, I have no idea what the fuck Frog Snorts is. Basically, if you're not sure on this full episode, Frog Snorts is where Dumbledore just does loads of lines of cocaine on live wizarding TV.
It's, you know when Ron Weasley throws up the frogs? It's like that, but those frogs are doing cocaine.
No, they just poison a bunch of kids and be like, who can throw up the most frogs? Go on, carry on. Get in it.
Alright, we'll do it properly now. Am I the asshole for uninviting my recently widowed brother to a family event? My female 29 brother's wife passed away recently from cancer about 8 weeks ago.
Big
it's
out
not
for you.
funny. Let me start again.
No, continue. It is funny. You've lost the game.
That's awful, mate. Right, my brother's wife passed away recently from cancer about 8 weeks, and it's not funny.
Did she? You're right.
My brother's wife passed away recently from cancer about 8 weeks ago. He isolated himself from everyone for 2 weeks and stayed inside all day watching Hogwarts.
To be fair, if my wife died from cancer, I'd also watch Hogwarts.
Yeah, I'd be stuck to that sofa watching Hogwarts all day long.
Went out.
I leave that for Bogwarts. Mum and Dad were so worried about him, and so they started inviting him to family events at their house. He agrees to come, but then at some point, someone mentions his wife, even just her name, and he begins to sob.
Sobwarts. Go on.
Dead wife thoughts.
Continue.
Smegwarts. I'm not exaggerating. As a result, dinner gets awkward, and whatever event is being hosted gets interrupted. Right. What are your thoughts on that so far? I've got another paragraph, but I think so far. So, right, imagine your brother's wife has just died.
Yeah.
The parents start inviting them to things to,
What, and they're just basically ruining the vibe.
And then basically every time someone brings up his dead wife and he just bursts
I think the rules should be, no, don't uninvite him. Just stop bringing up his dead wife.
Yeah,
like, Jesus Christ.
Imagine, like, you're sitting down around dinner and going, oh, so how you feeling since your f***ing wife died?
They're actually being proper rude about it. Yeah. They don't even say anything. They're all like silently in their meal, and then one of them just Aidan says the name.
Like, do you think they just mutter it?
Yeah.
Like they're just going for go.
They do little whispers to each other. They're passing it on. But yeah, I think they're probably a bit silly for this. Like, I mean, maybe their intentions are like to make sure that he doesn't get upset, but like they should, not bring up his dead wife.
Yeah, be like, lovely dinner. And speaking of dinner,
cooked like your wife's remains. Have you got her ashes back? Yeah.
Speaking of dinner, and speaking of dinner ladies, do you know who my favourite dinner lady was before they died? My brother's deceased wife. Poor f***ing Jill. Poor f***ing Jill fell in the fish fryer.
They like bring him. They get their arm around him. Everything. It's like, your f***ing wife is dead, isn't it? He's like,
yeah. Drowned in the tubby custard
on Fishy Fridays.
It's always chocolate crunch on the Fridays.
If this is a real Reddit post, we are sick.
I don't care.
No, neither.
This happened 3 times already. Last weekend was my turn to host dinner. Not gonna lie, my husband and I were worried the same thing will happen again. My husband said it would be almost impossible that no one will mention my brother's wife at some point. So he suggested I let my brother sit this one out. Why did I keep bringing it up?
Yeah, just fucking stop bringing up his dead wife. Like, you don't need to do that, for God's sake.
In other words, just let him stay home and get the space he needs and watch the latest edition of Hogwarts. I considered the idea and called my brother and apologized.
I'm sorry, but do you reckon he was on Hog Hub?
Yeah, mate, big time. I let my brother sit this one out. In other words, just let him stay home and get the space he needs.
In other words, they're just letting him be lonely and just like cripple into depression. Like, like you are really like bad at this whole family. Like, you should be making sure your family aren't on their own drug. And I get you need your space and stuff, but the only reason he's upset is again because you keep saying his wife's dead. Like, he knows he's got the remains.
I heard she herself because he spent too much time spending money on his pork addiction. Because when he looked on a bank statement, there was loads of charges for only hams. I considered the idea, then called my brother and apologised to him for cancelling the invite. He wasn't happy about it, which was surprising to me because I thought he was basically forced to attend these events.
He's just getting upset because you keep mentioning again his dead wife.
Sorry, bro. I didn't invite you because because I don't want.
Wait. On the phone call, they still bring up the wife. We didn't invite you because your wife's dead. If you didn't know.
My parents found out and went off on me, calling my behaviour disgraceful and saying I was unsupportive and unfeeling to what my brother's going through to exclude him like that. I explained why I thought this was the best option, but they claimed that I took away the comfort and support that my brother gets from people around him. They said that I was selfish and have no regard for my brother's loss, but I 100% do.
Sorry,
I remember one season I remember one Christmas.
Shut
what
up. What? You're gonna bring some stupid
What do you mean?
You're gonna say something stupid. I know you are. Say it. Just get it out there.
I think to rectify this problem, we can sign my brother up to Snogwarts, as he's really ugly, has a load of verrucas, and needs to find a new wife.
P.S. Wife is dead. Oh yeah.
My husband said that.
Oh my god, it doesn't end. Jesus.
My husband said that my parents obviously don't care about guests being uncomfortable watching my brother sob at every event and causing it to be cut short like that. They're still pretty much mad at me and demanding I apologise to my brother because I hurt his feelings.
Yeah, I think you suck.
I think stop bringing up the dead wife. Let's read some of the comments.
I think pretty much everyone here is widely agreeing that that she's an asshole.
So the comments for this one, it says, lovely pair of knockers. Oh, that's the other tab you left up.
Very comedic, Aidan. Sorry your wife died, but your sadness kind of burns everyone out, so you just need to be alone. That's pretty much sums it up, right? Like, you are a complete asshole, and you should repay him with a weekly subscription to Bogwarts.
I sort of get it, because like I would hate to have my brother just turn up and cry all the time.
Yeah, but you would.
I'd rather them just not.
But there's a reason. There's a way to avoid it, and it's by not bringing up the fucking cancer patient.
The wife, or just trying to like matchmake them with other people straight away would be funny.
No, that would probably be even worse.
Do you think?
Just give the man some food and like a plate of jammy Dodgers.
Bro,
and leave him
I know you were punching. But I think I've found some like-minded matches for you.
Should we wrap it up by saying I think these are all not very good people?
Yeah, they're all terrible people. A bit like me, really.
Yeah, we've said some horrific stuff. I didn't even expect to even say some of that. We shouldn't be ranking these because we are also the arsehole, clearly.
We're always arseholes. In fact, I'm gonna just play out the pod with one final joke for you all to sit on. Maybe there's something you can bring around the dinner party instead of your deceased relatives.
None of my relatives are dead, mate.
If your wife has just recently died, think about this joke and hopefully it gets you by.
To all the people with dead wives out there.
Yeah, this one's for the dead wives out there. The wedding was so beautiful, even the cake was in tears.
Wait, what? Is that the fucking joke?
Yeah.
Every joke you have told today has just made me feel empty. And like just nothing. Not even an emotion of anger. Just a thought of what? Just what did you just say to me?
See you later.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up there because this has got to be a short episode. But I hope you've enjoyed whatever this was. Please make sure to let us know your favorite episodes of Bogwarts down below, and also Snogwarts.
If this clip gets 20,000 likes, I will start Snogwarts.
I don't think any videos we've ever uploaded have 20,000 likes.
Well, they've got to work hard for it.
Yeah, you got to get it, and if you don't get it, Aidan is gonna end up like the wife.
I'm gonna end up like the wife.
Yeah. All right. Bye, everybody. Hope you have a nice day. Please subscribe. Please like, and we will catch you.